So this is going to be my very first Twin Snakes console speedrun with the original Gamecube controller. I am running this on a Gamecube. And my best emulator time is a 52:35. And from what I've seen, console runs seem to be about 2 to 2.5 minutes slower than an emulator run because the emulator just loads the game faster, and that's reflected in the IGT. The other thing that I'm going to have to get used to throughout this run is manually splitting this. For those of you that aren't aware, you can have live split, like basically read the game's files like through your RAM and stuff to split automatically at certain points. Console, you can't do that, so I have to manually split this entire run. Yeah, the discs are probably very happy. They've been sitting here for like probably at least 10 years since this game has been played. I am running an original copy, original US copy. Speaking of which, I need to actually open this and have disc 2 prepared and ready to go, because I actually have to change discs. But because I can't use live split to actually read the RAM files and things like that to have the in-game timer reflected on live split, this is all going to be done in real time. So my real time is usually about 2 minutes slower than in-game time. So that's why down here you'll see I've got my IGT PB. So once I finish this run, then that's what I will input my actual IGT here, so I know what that is compared to the RTA. So enough jibber jabber. Let's get into it. Like the first thing that I noticed right off the bat is that this game is so much darker on console than it is on the emulator. That's going to take some time to get used to. But I'm going to do this on very easy, which I'm likely to make some mistakes on, simply because I haven't done a very easy run in probably like 2 months. But the plan is just to dive headfirst into this console speed run and just see what happens. Worst case scenario, I would like to have this under 1 hour IGT. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I think the very first speedrun I ever submitted to the leaderboards on emulator was an hour 3. So I know what to do. It's just executing it with a different controller. So here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Using this controller is going to be a challenge in and of itself. Okay, so first things first, get the M9. Get these stun grenades. Alright, successful Prozac skip on the elevator right off the bat. So that's neat. It's going to take me a while to get used to holding A and B, because you can see that I stopped after shooting that guard, because you have to hold A and B to run while you shoot. Whereas using my PS5 controller on the emulator, I use square and L1. So I use 2 buttons, or both hands on 2 different buttons. Whereas on this one, I use just my thumb on 2 buttons. So that's going to take some time to get used to for sure. Okay, so give me my M9 back. Aw, damn it. I shot that guard too early.
Begin pursuit.
Okay, now through here, it's faster to use the D-pad, because with the analog stick, for some reason, Snake, like, turns slower. But I'm also not used to this D-pad either. It's it's weird. This entire controller just is weird. No, because I'm doing it manually. So I've specifically done less splits since I have to do everything manually. So instead of splitting manually in every single room, I'm just doing what is considered to be the major splits, which is for the most part after boss fights. I mean, you'll see there's like end of disc 1 and the PAL key, so there's a couple like non-boss fight splits in here. Cool, I didn't get spotted by either one of the guards. Whoops. Wrong button. I mean, I would like to have it as detailed as I do on emulator, but I don't want to have to split manually after every single room, and I might run an image-based splitter for this game at some point, but it'll probably just be this setup as well, because that would be a lot of images to gather and test just to make sure it's going to work. So, I mean, the beginning of this run is fairly straightforward, so I guess the first real test I'm probably going to encounter is going to be this guard encounter. Also, this DARPA Chief door is, the timing is a lot more specific than the elevator, so we'll see if I can nail that first try. I hope I can, because I only have one stun grenade. If not, that's going to be a 20-second hit right there. Yep, there we go. That's one of the things I'm going to have to practice on the console version, apparently. I don't have a memory card yet, so I can't make a bunch of saves to practice any specific areas. I might be able to get the SOCOM roll, though. Not like that. And not like that, either. So, no Prozac skip. No SOCOM roll. Alright.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
Holding A and B to shoot and run at the same time and also lock on to enemies at the same time is going to take a long time to get used to, I think. That actually went pretty decent. All right. Oh,
excellent.
Almost forgot to split. Whoops. It's really weird knowing that I already know what to do, but I have to press different buttons to do it. That is probably the weirdest thing. And, like, the B button is in the area where my square button usually is. So I'm like, I want to press that to shoot. Because I shoot with square on the emulator. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, that fight could have been smoother. The Z button on this controller is kind of sensitive, so I have to like keep constant pressure on it. And I don't know if it's just the way the button is, or if like the Z button on this controller is a little off. Right on! Did not expect that. That's sweet. I think I can count on one hand how many times I've gotten 140.15 on the nose. And it just so happens my first console run I get it right off the bat. That's pretty cool. Now this damn laser roll is going to be a fun time, that's for sure. Oh, damn it. That button must be a little bit more sensitive or something. So I have to go to the first floor. So there we go. Ah, I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I did it anyways. Because, like, to run out of that elevator, you want to have your gun aimed. Otherwise, Snake will, like, automatically go back to the elevator panel. But to lower it without shooting, you have to also press Y. So I had to, like, press A, B, and Y all at the same time. I think.
Snake, are you okay? Snake! Snake!
Okay, there is a backup for this. There we go. That and press the X button is off to the right side, so it's like I'm pressing circle to roll. It's really weird. See how bad this goes.
See how you like this?
Wow, I got that shot. Well, it wasn't terrible. That fight definitely could have went a lot worse. Oh wait, this is very easy. I can use the M9 on this. I forgot. Okay, aside from the laser roll, this hasn't been an awful run. Whoops. Oh, I forgot to equip the Nikita. Forgot about that. The one nice thing I don't have to worry about and very easy is the gun cameras in this room. I have a feeling the ninja could go very, very badly. We'll see what happens. It's weird having to think about what buttons to press before I do something. Normally, it's one of them things, when you're used to a controller, you just know where the buttons are. It's like second nature, you know? Whoops. Okay. That wasn't awful. I would have liked to have his health down a little bit more because I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with hitting him with a roll. And my positioning kind of sucks. So I think the best option is going to be to just put this away and... Oh, damn it! If I could have hit him with that kick, that would have been it. Okay, at least I know where he's at right now, though. So... Okay, that went a lot better than I anticipated. I was expecting holding A and B and then punching immediately after to give me a little bit more grief than it did. But when it comes to, like, shooting, rolling, all that stuff, I have to think about what buttons to press before I press them, and it's a very weird feeling. Okay, next up is the Mantis fight. That one's going to be fun. Okay, so on very easy to get Meryl's attention, we can just shoot in the hallway because the guards are deaf. On every other difficulty, you have to actually go in the room and knock on the wall to get her attention. And very easy, you can just fire off a couple shots in the hallway. So that's kind of nice. Oh, I just remembered. I have to switch. I actually have to switch controllers. I do have my second one already plugged in, so I did think that far ahead, but I completely forgot that that was a thing until right now. I'm glad I remembered right now and not in about 15 seconds. Okay, so my aiming here is gonna suck. Oh, I got the punch. All right. Okay. It was a little slow, but not terrible. All right. Oh, I forgot to split. Not bad. Not bad. It was a little slow, but not bad. I will not complain about that. I've had worse Mantis fights. Let me just put it that way. Whoops. All right, got that. So that's cool. Dogs gave me a little bit of grief. Mainly from not being used to holding, you know, A and B at the same time. Okay, so now I got to go back and get the PSG-1T. Hopefully I can get by these wolves a little easier this time. Damn you. One nice thing about doing this on very easy as well is I don't need pentaz for the sniper rifle, so I can just skip picking that up, which is nice. Okay, I guess I wanted to go down the stairs. This octagon-shaped analog stick is taking some time to get used to. Like, I'm half tempted to, like, take the damn, like, or buy, like, an off-brand controller and take the housing apart and, like, file it round. Because it's irritating me to death that when I move this analog stick around, it's, like, clicking. It's driving me nuts. Alright, wolf, here we go. How do, okay, I zoom in with the B button. Damn. Alright.
I got her.
I will split when I hit this cutscene. That'll be an easier spot to split. Not a great wolf. I've had better. I've had better. Heh. And this is the part where we're going to let Meryl die. Sorry, Joe. If you know, you know. There's a couple of us that apologize to Joe because we let Meryl die, because there's a Metal Gear speedrunner in both. I don't know if I'm pretty sure he's done the original, but at least I know for a fact in Twin Snakes every time it's Joseph Joestar. He saves Meryl in every speedrun that he does. It adds like 3 minutes to his time, and his times are still awesome. But he saves Meryl in every single run that he does. So the rest of us sometimes apologize to Joe for letting Meryl die. Okay, so far... Oh! The prison roll. This is gonna suck.
Oh, damn. I caught a cold. That witch. She took my clothes.
Now, one thing that I was told when I started running this game by various people was that you have to use the D-pad in order to do this prison roll. And I was never able to get it with the D-pad, and it wasn't until... I think it was Wall Guy told me that you can actually do it with the analog stick. A lot of people, like almost everybody, just found it easier to do with the D-pad. Once I started doing it with the analog stick, I nailed it. And I get it fairly consistently. Probably, 9 out of 10 times, if not more often than that. But I don't know if... like, a lot of the original routing for this game was done on console rather than emulator, and done with a GameCube controller, so I don't know if it's possible with the analog stick on a GameCube controller on console. That might just be like an emulator specific thing depending on the controller you have. I've never tested this on console. I don't know if anybody that has, actually spent a lot of time doing this, you know. So I'm about to find out if it's possible with the analog stick, if I get the angle and everything right.
Where?
Now that's going to be the other obstacle, is just executing it properly.
That's better.
Now I also have to remember that I don't have to go to the armory. I'm so used to going to the armory after getting out of prison because of doing dog tag runs. I don't need to do that.
What the hell?
Okay, here we go. I feel like I could, if my angle was better, I could have pulled that off with the analog stick. The reason I feel like it was determined that you couldn't do it with the analog stick because if you bump Johnny on an angle, whoops. If you bump Johnny on an angle, Snake like slows down as he bumps through him. But if you run at him at a straight line, if you run at Johnny perfectly straight, Snake doesn't slow down. So that's what you need to do in order to that last bump through Johnny. You've got to be able to run through him without slowing down, especially on that last bump. So, I don't know. That's just my best guess. I don't know if I have to take those guards out or not, but I did it anyways. So, first console run, I missed the prison roll. That's gonna add, if like, once I figure out how to do that, you know, consistently on console, then that'll save me about 45 seconds. I suppose I could have played it safe. I could have done the safe method, which is flip Johnny and leave the room and then come back. It's about 15 seconds slower than you know, the double bump. But, I mean, either way, it would be 30 seconds faster than not getting it at all. So there is that. I do gotta say, though, if for running straight up, or, like, I'm starting to get used to this controller a little bit more. And so, like, if I want to run at a 45-degree angle, you know, like, the analog stick kind of just locks into that. Because that's where one of the notches is. And same with, like, straight up or straight down. Alright, got the disc swap coming up here in a minute.
Snake.
Get my disc prepared here. This is what eats up the most time with failing to either do the safe method, glitching out of the prison, basically. That's what eats up the most time. That cutscene and codec call eats up like 30 seconds. It's obnoxious. Okay. Disc swap complete. Please read the disc. Yes! It read the disc. No, let's not do that. I learned that lesson when I was like 8. Three, 4. It's a lot harder to read these floor numbers. So 21, 22, 23. Wow, this tower climb is so much easier on very easy than it is on hard. Wow. This tower climb's kind of a pain in the ass. Whoops. Wrong menu. I had to open the item menu, not the weapon menu. Oh, and I get double steam. Oh, and I didn't get the girder glitch. Oh, well. Oh, I can't even see this guy. And I still got him. Look at me go. That was really slow menuing, but it got the job done, I guess. Alright. Look at me go. I lost 18 seconds right there on my hard dog tags run. I'm also not used to when I'm supposed to throw that chaff grenade because on the higher difficulties I have less chaff grenades and I typically only have 2, so I just eat the damage from the first 2 sets of cameras. Whoops. That was messy. Alright, let's see how well our fight goes against the useless piece of junk. I might do, like, a set of image-based, like, images for an image-based splitter for, like, everything in between the boss fights, and then the boss fights separately on their own. Something like that. See, is he going left or right? He's going right.
You think you can beat me with that little thing?
And this is where the fight slows to a crawl on very easy, because he stays down forever.
Nice shot!
Ooh, that was a lucky shot.
Useless piece of junk!
All right. I feel like that wasn't a terrible hind.
Where'd you go?
Okay, so I'm sitting at 40 minutes RTA. In order to get this under a 1 hour IGT, my RTA needs to be about an hour and 1 minute or less. So I've got about 20 minutes to finish this run. I feel like it's doable at this point. I mean, the only, like, two major mistakes that I've had in it is the prison roll and the laser roll. Other than that, those are the only two, like, major mistakes I've had. Certainly, you know, and I lost some time on the wolves and stuff, too, but, I mean, for the most part, like, nothing has been completely awful. Oh, and I did miss the DARPA Chief Prozac skip. That cost me about 20 seconds. Got all those cameras, so that's nice. No, snake. There we go.
Too late, Snake. Now die!
All right. Wolf 2 is up next. This fight's given me a lot of grief on a couple runs. It's for the most part the same, I think. I'm not sure if she takes the same amount of damage on every difficulty. But either way, she can be a pain in the ass. Oh, I don't need that pentaz. It's her. Shut up, Otacon. She doesn't love you. Oops. Is she okay? Zooming with the B button is throwing me off because it's on the opposite side of the controller on the emulator. Well, at least the controller setup that I have anyways. Not the worst Wolf 2 I've ever had by far. Like, so far, just about everything is falling into the could have been a lot better, but also could have been a lot worse category. I don't remember if I need the SOCOM. I do need the SOCOM for the cargo elevator guards. Uh-oh. I almost rolled into the lava. Or molten iron or whatever it is. I just call it lava. Raven's up next, and I shouldn't have too much issue with him. The problem that I'm going to have with Raven is I don't remember where he is on very easy. On normal, he's up one crate to the right. On hard, he's all the way up in the top left. Shit. I don't remember where Raven is on very easy. I feel like he might be up one crate to the left, and on hard it's up two crates to the left. I think. For my first console run on a controller I'm not used to, I can't complain too hard with this. Like, I expected to miss the prison roll. I kind of figured I was going to miss the DARPA chief Prozac skip, because that one, the timing is oddly specific. And all of the boss fights so far fall under the category of could have been better, could have been a lot worse. You know, like, I've had a lot better and I've had a lot worse. This is like a very mediocre run so far all the way through. Which is better than I anticipated. I'll just say that. Okay, let's see if I was right about where Raven is. I don't have the radar on, so I don't know. Yep, I was right. So on hard, he's up. I don't remember where he's at on easy. I think he's in a really weird spot on easy. But on hard, he's up 2 crates to the left. On normal, he's up 1 crate to the right. And so on very easy, up 1 crate and to the left. Like, he's the same on every single difficulty to beat him, but his position just changes. I mean, he might take other damage too. I could be wrong on that. I don't know if killing him was necessary. It probably wasn't. I probably could have just rolled into him and moved on. I honestly don't remember how to do this on very easy. That definitely wasn't it. I think the first guard you roll into him, and then the second one you shoot him. I think is how that's supposed to be done. Or the most optimal way to do that, I should say. It's been quite a while since I've done a run on very easy, so there's quite a few things I don't remember exactly. Oh shit. Okay. I wasn't sure. I had a brain fart for a minute. I couldn't remember what button it was to grab a ledge, but I'm like, oh, it's just the same button as it is to jump over the ledge. Okay, so I got the PAL key. Yeah, I might have to step over his body every time now. I do think, though, at some point on emulator, I want to do a no first-person view speedrun. So it kind of, feels more like the original. It'd be kind of like a happy medium between, this game and the original. And it is actually possible to shoot these pipes over on the other side of the room here to change the PAL key. It is possible to shoot them in third person, so I still wouldn't have to do the Metal Gear Solid 1 PAL key backtrack, but Prozac skip would be out the window. And most of the bosses would be the same, too. Like, Wolf would be the same, Hind would be the same, Raven would be the same. The tank would be completely different. Ocelot would be completely different. Mantis would be completely different. Ninja would be the same. So it would just be interesting to work out, like, third-person view strategies for the bosses rather than, first-person. I'm still not willing to make a guess on what my time's going to be, because Liquid Snake could... I'm not sure how that fight's going to go. I'm pretty sure Rex isn't going to be awful. I mean, because that's just pretty much run to one spot and shoot the stinger. That shouldn't be that bad at all. Liquid is kind of the next major thing that I worry about. Whoops. Hurry up, Naomi. I got speedrunning to do. So far, though, being 53.5 minutes in RTA, it's not going to be an awful run unless something absolutely terrible happens, like my thumb slipping off the analog stick. Did you like my sunglasses? Me, dear brother. Oh, I was supposed to split there. So that splits. These splits are going to be off, but oh well. He's been garbage since the day he was born? Yes. Wow, I forgot how easy Rex is on very easy. He takes I'm not on because I'm so used to doing hard because I did hard for like 6 weeks straight doing dog tags. And Rex, it takes, I don't know if it's one extra missile for every difficulty or, you know, exactly how that progression is, but the higher the difficulty, the more missiles it takes.
Truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon it will finally end.
There you are! Ah! 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 Ah!
All right. So there was that. So now this is the fight that I'm now dreading. Let's see if I can get me a lottery roll on my first console run. That'd be lit. Whoops. Wrong button. Whoops. Yeah, this is awkward.
Is that all? Better hurry! You're out of time.
Whoops. That just sent him into phase 3.
Hurry! You're out of time.
Oh yeah, this fight is awful. It's completely terrible. Okay, that was terrible. That was absolutely awful. That fight should be like barely over a minute. That was probably one of the most awful liquid fights I've ever had. I didn't die though. In one of my hard dog tag runs, I actually died. So definitely not the worst one. Probably most time consuming.
A surveillance camera.
That was pretty bad. But I'm used to punching with circle and rolling with X, not punching with the way the buttons are on this GameCube controller. I'm like basically punching with square and rolling with circle. It's not right.
Let's go.
Here they come.
This is probably gonna miss sub-hour.
Here they come.
It's gonna be close, because in order to get this under sub-hour, it's gotta be probably under an hour, 2 minutes RTA. It's gonna be close. Okay, so time stops at the end of this cutscene. It's going to be close. The chances of it being sub-hour are good, but it's going to be close. So time stops now. So RTA is 101.34. Let's see here. I'm going to mute the game audio due to copyright. So, yeah, overall, I can't complain too hard about that. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement. I'm not going to lie about that in one bit. But not having any experience with this damn controller whatsoever, I'll take it. For sure. And unfortunately, since this is console, there's no way to speed up the credits like you can on the emulator, so we're going to have to just wait this out. But I was kind of expecting worst case scenario out of this. You know, I was expecting just some of these boss fights to just be absolute train wrecks. So yeah, that was fun. It was definitely an interesting way, you know, a way to change up the run a little bit, because the console definitely doesn't look as nice as the emulator, and the controller was a lot to get used to. Still not fully used to it, but in time that should improve. Anyways. So, yeah, it's just going to be a waiting game at this point. I don't really have anything to, like, compare this to. Like, I can't really compare it to my other runs because my entire splitter is in RTA. That liquid fight was garbage. There's no way to sugarcoat that one. That's for sure. But yeah, I want to try to get used to the GameCube controller, because you know that's the OG hardware, right? You know, I mean, if you're running this, if I were to speed run this back in the day on console, like if I was, let's see, this game came out in 2004, I think, maybe 2003, so I'd have been like 12, you know, somewhere in there. You know, you'd have had to do it on the original hardware, and so that was my intent by, you know, going back and doing this on console. Now, for $30, I could, you know, get an adapter and, you know, use my PS5 controller on this GameCube. But that kind of seems to defeat the purpose to me. I don't have anything against people that do that, because I'm not a fan of this GameCube controller whatsoever. And, you know, it's not against the rules to use a controller adapter. So by all means, do what you want to do. But for me personally, I wanted to do the original hardware. But it would be interesting because it feels so much different. It's the weirdest feeling, knowing what to do and how to do it, but having a completely different controller setup. Like that liquid fight was probably the most difficult because, you know, you do the punch roll in the corner, and on this controller I punch with circle and then roll with X, so it's punch roll. Whereas on this controller, it's punch roll way over here. So, you know, on a PS5 controller, it's punch roll, and this one it's punch roll. And so the two buttons are right next to each other, not all the way across the controller, and it would be like doing square circle on this one. It's odd. So that's going to take some time to get used to. Yeah, Ocelot could have been a little better. I missed a couple shots on him. The tank, the first like 4 shots were good, but lining up the last 2 shots caused me some grief there. Ninja went well. Mantis was decent, just slow. Wolf 1 was not that great. The Hind was okay. Wolf 2 was not that great. Raven was fine. Rex was fine. So I mean, it was half and half for sure. There's definitely room for improvement. But should be coming up on the score screen here shortly.
Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important.
I just realized the screen tearing
is that you
is
choose
awful.
life.
Or
And then
was awful right there.
Live.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes. Yes. Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one.
Solidus.
What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Okay, here we go. 5908. Yeah. Got that sub-hour on the first shot. I'll take it. One continue, that was in the laser, during the laser roll. One ration. When did I use a ration? I think it was in one of the wolf fights. Might have been the first wolf fight I used a ration, but only one ration in that whole run. That was, I've never really paid attention to rations, but yeah, first run out the gate of 5908 IGT, so I can actually update this. 5908 is the IGT PB, so you can see there on my live split right down here. That is recorded 5908. So there's that. So the IGT is about 2.5 minutes faster than RTA. So that's neat. I'll take that. And let's see, it's 106. You know what?